this has been shared.
That's good. That's
With
good.
permission, I guess, but my legs would be a little cold out there.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. A very, very cold start this morning as temperatures dropped to the 20s. And right now we've been hovering at around freezing for really the last several hours. A lot of fog developing
a lot
too.
of fog.
That's going to be a big problem tomorrow morning. And it's not just only because of the reduced visibility, but because temperatures are close to freezing or slightly below freezing. Some other issues are going to develop as we go through the overnight hours. Freezing fog will start setting in, cause problems on the windshield as the commute gets underway. And also, we're going to see some slick spots developing, not only on the roadways, but even sidewalks. So be prepared for a lot of issues as that commute gets underway. Pad some extra time. And also as the kids are heading to the bus stop. We're looking at visibility right now down to 1.5 miles here in Omaha. It's even lower in York, and it's up to about 2.5 miles in Nebraska City, but most everybody's being impacted by this widespread fog, and that's going to be the concern during the early morning hours. That's why the National Weather Service just a couple of hours ago, just an hour or so ago actually, issued this dense fog advisory for most of eastern Nebraska, western Iowa. Visibility in the morning expected to be down to about 1/4 mile or less. And as I mentioned, the possibility of some slick spots developing as that commute gets underway. You can see how widespread and how dense it is right now. Creighton University at 480. You can still make out the roadways, but most of the buildings hard to see right now. Same thing as we look downtown. We're at 32. That's been the high for the day. That was set at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we have not budged at all over the last several hours. Dew points at 30, so that's going to hold the temperature up here as we go through the overnight, but most likely that may drop down a little bit. So the commute, fog is going to be the big concern. Then we have 2 cold fronts really coming through here, bringing in some cold air, plus the chances for snow and wind and very frigid air mass coming in towards the tail end of the weekend into the weekend. So let's talk about tomorrow morning. We start off in the mid to even upper 20s. Most of us, again, fog and cloud cover as we go through the afternoon. We'll start to see an improvement. Some clearing taking place. That's where I think you'll manage to make it in the 40s, like Fremont, Lincoln, York, and Columbus. Warmer spots there with more sunshine. As the cloud cover holds on here in the metro and back to the east of us into parts of western Iowa, highs are going to struggle mid to even upper 30s for afternoon high temperatures, so closer to where we should be for this time of the year. If we see some clearing taking place a little sooner, we might bump that temperature up a couple of degrees, but right now going with 34. Partly cloudy skies for tomorrow night, but then those clouds start rolling right back in again on Wednesday. That's because another cold front moves in. We're going to see highs only in the upper 20s to near freezing or slightly below that on Wednesday. And then another round of some snow showers moving in. A little wintry mix of possibility too down to the south. As this moves through, we might see another little round of some light accumulation, probably close to about 1/4 inch. That will impact the early morning commute on Thursday, but a much stronger, more potent storm system moves in on Friday. Timing on it still a question mark right now. Models are not in agreement on timing or on the amounts. So those are the 2 variables that we're really checking on and monitoring very closely, and we'll keep providing more updates. A couple of key things we do know about this storm system. It's going to bring in a lot of moisture. It's also going to pack in a really strong punch with very strong gusty winds and extreme cold coming in behind this storm system. As the cold front drops down to the south, what it's going to do is usher in some bitterly cold temperatures, extreme cold, as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, in the morning, the commute's going to be an issue as the bus stop, you get going there. We're looking at foggy conditions, temperature at 26. The next 72 hours, we stay in the 30s for highs. Again, a slight chance we could see a few snow showers late Wednesday night. The main storm system that we're watching so closely right now is Friday and Saturday. Mount's still a question mark right now, but I do think we will see accumulating snow. It's the cold that gets our attention.